So at the time, young, like, you know what, I'm gonna take them 20, get out the way. So he come to me and say, hey man, the people say they give you 3 years if you tell on Birdman. I said, nah, man, that's the same man just paid you. Why you would come? I said, man, I'm not doing, that's my family, man, you tripping. So let me tell you what my lawyer had told me though, the paid attorney. He came to see me and said, listen, man, he said, the government said they'll give you 3 years. Now, mind you, I'm looking at 20 years. My CCE was 20 to life, mandatory 20 on a cop-out. So at the time, young, like, you know what, I'm gonna take them 20, get out the way. So he come to me and say, hey man, the people say they give you 3 years if you tell on Birdman. I said, nah, man, that's the same man just paid you. Why you would come? I said, man, I'm not doing, that's my family, man, you tripping.
What they want you to tell on, like?
They heard about a lot of murders, a lot of alleged, lies and drugs,
They're fishing.
Right.
But they want you to give me something.
Well, see, this what happened with how feds work. Say if this sofa right here get busted, and they go what you call a round table. Down our way, we call it the brief. Some people call it proffer hearings, right? They sit down with the government, and they give all these statements. Oh yeah, such and such did this, such and such did this, such and such. So the FBI writing all these stuff down. So now whoever went in there might have said something on Cash Money or Birdman, whatever the case may be. So the federal government got this information. So now when I come into prison, get locked up, now they tell me, like, hey, tell them we heard all this kind of stuff. Can he verify some of this stuff for us? Because we got this here from different informants. So they was like, man, tell them we'll give him 3 years. Let's just get out of jail. I said, I ain't doing that. So when I got the life in 20, it's a police officer, Len Davis, he got the death penalty. They wanted me to come back and at his death sentence, and they were going to give me 20 years. I thought about it, but then my mother was like, Terrance, he was your friend before he became your enemy, so don't go and do that. I left that alone, So they play, man, them federal, they gonna throw a little something in your face now.
Now you, and it could be a name of a book or a movie. You said, and I quote, you said, I made the rules and I broke the rules.
Yes.
You were looking at life plus 20, which technically you're not supposed to be here right now. You're not supposed to see the light of day.
What time?
Yeah.
It's lockdown right now. 4 o'clock stand up count in the Fed.
See, so you already know, you're already you're routined. And here you're free to do whatever so
I need that thing. Y'all don't got that thing? I can
right. Yeah, let me lay back. Let me recline.
Real, man.
When it comes to, again, it's you and, only you could decide to do what you do. But you decide to say, hey, let me see what I could give them to get out early. Did you know? Not early. So I guess the question is, did you know what they were going to do after you said, let me try to give them something? And I know the records are sealed. I know you have the records as far as whatever you did. But as far as to try to get my sentence reduced, did you know, like, okay, I could probably get out when I'm this age, or I could probably get out next month or in 2 years? Did you see that, or did you feel they were playing with you, wanting to just, hey, tell us something?
Well, this is what happened. I feel they were playing because early on, I got with the state and gave up some murders, right? Got an immunity, closed the murders. The feds wrote a letter. It's in my docket sheet. Anybody who put my docket sheet, you'll see the 5K letter, right? The 5K letter is public records. But what the feds did was, okay, we're gonna write a letter to the judge, but however, you ain't tell about these other 2 murders right here. The other 2 murders had something to do with my co-defendants that I looked at as brothers. I couldn't tell them that. If I give you this, you're gonna give me immunity. But then the statement I give you, these 2 guys, you're gonna arrest them, they're gonna be held accountable for this. So now I ratted on my men. So I had to, I couldn't give it up. So then the judge said, well, by the preponderance of evidence, I feel like you found guilty for these murders. I feel you guilty of these murders. Life. Just gave me life. I didn't get a chance to go to trial. I was never indicted or charged for these murders. So now.
Oh, that's fucked. So you're basically saying you trying to, they tack that shit on after the fact.
Yeah, my case is public record. If you get my sentencing transcript, you will see what the judge say. But this is crazy part. The judge told my co-defendant, listen, I feel you orchestrated these murders. I feel you the one had the gun, all this here. But you gave my co-defendant 480 months, then you came back and reduced his sentence, but you kept me with the life sentence that you told my co-defendant you believe he the one that orchestrated these homicides, but yet you keep me with the life sentence.
That's crazy.
You never indict me, you never charge me for these murders, you just say, hey, life, get out of here. Twice, they gave me life twice for 2 murders.
Yeah, that sounds like that's some bullshit anyway.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they did me.
Let me ask you, how many people do you think, because like you said, with the Trump First Act and all these things, you were, you able to, how many people do you think are still in prison that could be out right now if they just knew the information?
Man, it's plenty of people. But see, this is the thing with that First Step Act. If you in prison stabbing people, fighting, getting a lot of write-ups, now the judge can say, okay, you had this little drugs back then and you was bound by the guideline, but now you can get out because of this. However, I'm gonna deny your motion because you haven't learned your lesson. You still in prison. You got caught with a cell phone. You had a fight with this person here. You assaulted this officer. So the judge can deny your motion just because of that.
Shout out Reallyfe street stars, nigga. Move. Hey.